most common goals or desires of Christians that leads to a lot of effort is that of being pleasing to God. And one of the most common ways of doing this is to learn of the knowledge of good and evil, to do good things and to not do or stop doing evil things or bad things. But Scripture says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he who comes to God must believe that he is. In other words, that he does exist. And, more importantly, that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Seek him. Seek his person, not your obedience, not your theology, not your denomination, not any of those things. Seek him, because it's the person of God, the knowledge of the person of God that will transform you, that will actually change you. And I want to read a block of scripture here from Colossians, starting in verse 9 of chapter 1, where Paul says, "For this reason we also, since the day we heard it, do not cease to pray for you, and to ask that you may be filled with the knowledge of his will in all wisdom and spiritual understanding." See, he's establishing something here about the importance of the knowledge and what it does in you. And he ends it with a semicolon, so he expands on it here in verse 10, that you may walk worthy of the Lord, fully pleasing him. How? It goes to the knowledge. That's what's pleasing to him. Being fruitful in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of God. So he aligns your fruitfulness with the knowledge of God. You walk in the works that he has created for you. It's not about your efforting, it's about his completed work that he is going to fulfill, and he carries you along with him, because that is what's pleasing to him. People who believe in him, who know that he is the only one who can do things, and he allows us to participate with him. Strengthened with all might, according to his glorious power, for all patience and long suffering with joy. If you lived in this world at all, especially if you had kids, patience and long suffering with joy takes a lot of strength. Only God can give you that. How are you going to get that from God? It's through the knowledge of him. It's by drawing closer to him, having intimacy with him, giving thanks to the Father who has qualified us to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in the light. Yes, you will naturally be compelled to thank the Father, knowing he has qualified you to be a partaker of the inheritance. You've inherited all things. How did that happen? Someone died for you. The writer of Hebrews speaks about this. You could not inherit the kingdom unless someone died. That's why we know God died. And we inherited each other because we died with him. He is ours and we are his. We belong to each other. That is something to know. Know your God, Jesus Christ.